Right, hello and welcome to Shooting the Shit episode, whatever this one is. 100, 200, 300, 4, something 37, I think. So what one is it? Don't know. Whatever it says on the machine. I think it's the 237 or something. What are we doing? No idea. Yeah, that's better. So you can't see what I've been looking at. How you doing? Welcome to the show, Shooting the Shit episode, whatever it is. Not too organised at the moment, but I'll figure stuff out. We missed last week, so we've got last week's talking points, I guess. There has been a few things that I want to do, but we'll do your things first because you're gonna disappear. Oh, for like half an hour or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, right. So if you post your thing in, whatever it is that it is in the Discord, and then I can bring it up.
Yeah, let me grab it.
Oh. So, yeah, there we go. Oh, Rotten Tomatoes. Oh no. Oh no, what are they up to now? Okay, I use Rotten Tomatoes, but not for the ratings. It's just to find out what's on, like, what's new on Netflix that I might want to watch, or what's new on the DVDs and stuff. That's all I use it for. I just use it for release dates. Like, because it's got this streaming thing where it new on DVD and streaming. That's the button I look at, and then I go, oh, that's stuff. That's the only, I don't even read the fucking ratings because I know it's pish.
I think the audience ratings are typically better, like the total audience. If I'm like, hey, I wonder if this movie's good.
Right.
I don't pay attention to the critics. I look at the audience score.
Yeah, but they manipulate.
Critics will manipulate. Well, critics would manipulate their score just so they can be sure to be invited for early showings and stuff like that. Yeah, early releases and stuff like that.
Yeah, but right. The Rotten Tomatoes got caught fixing the audience ratings as well now.
Yeah, that was since Captain Marvel. So before that, I feel like the audience. I haven't looked actually at Rotten Tomatoes in a long time, but I feel like before that, the audience score was a bit more reliable.
Yeah, but
it's what I used to look at is what I'm saying. I haven't even gotten on Rotten Tomatoes in forever. Yeah, I just go see what I want to see now.
As I say, I just use it for the what's new on the streamings and DVD thing, and then I'll look through. Oh, there's a movie that I might want to watch, type of thing. I don't use it for ratings or fuck all because it's pointless. Usually, even ratings on other things, I might like it and other people fucking hate it, so I don't pay attention to ratings much. Same with video games now, because you can't trust the fucking journalists. So
yeah, you can't trust the journalists. If I want a review, I haven't really done this for movies because I don't like to be spoiled on movies. But if I want a review of a video game, I just go on YouTube.
Yeah, and watch the gameplay and go, oh, I might fancy that.
Yeah, that's what I do. Is I watch like YouTubers.
That's what I do now too. That's what I do.
So
I've been doing that.
I bypass journalists completely on that.
Yeah, yeah, and it's so weird that they still think they have clout, and the video game people still think that they're worth talking to. it's going to change. It is going to, because there's some of them that already know that it's pointless, and you just reach out to the YouTubers and stuff and just get them to do it.
Well, YouTubers will do it anyways.
Right?
The
No, but I
gaming
mean,
channels.
yeah, but I mean, do you know how they still they still base their ratings on the journalist ratings, right? The EA get mad if their game gets fucking whatever 70% or instead of 80 or whatever, right? They always want to hit that 90%. But no one pays attention to that anymore, and it's about time.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to that at all. I never look up stuff for that.
And it's about time. What I'm saying is, it's about time the publishers caught up and went, "Oh yeah," because there's a lot of indie devs that already know this. The indie game developers kind of know it, which we'll get into in a wee bit. CD Projekt.
I don't go off of like one person. I'll watch like a few people's.
Yeah, because
like,
everyone likes
can get kind of like
things.
A nice rounded. Hey, do I really want to buy this?
Yeah, same. Anyway, so Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh yeah, I'll get onto my little article. So, Rotten Tomatoes adds 600 critics in an effort to increase diversity. Review
is your audience is your audience not diverse enough? Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, you've got a rating for the critics and you've got a rating for the people, the normal people. I guess your normal people aren't diverse enough.
I think they're putting a lot of stock in the critics. Like, that's who people are listening to, I guess.
Yeah, it's not though.
I feel like most people aren't. I've seen a few people say that they pay attention to the critic score over the audience score. I've seen a few people say that.
Yeah.
Especially like with the Captain Marvel, like the back when that was like came out and all that was going around that. Some people are like, I pay attention to the critic score. But most people that I was seeing were like, nah.
That whole thing.
And I feel like they were just saying that because of Captain Marvel, and they wanted Captain Marvel to be super successful.
To be fair, the movie wasn't that bad. Like, I thought it was.
I haven't seen it. I'm like,
it's actually. I will
probably watch it just to rate it. But from what I've seen, most people hate it or think it's meh, which means that it's like they say. Okay. I've seen some people compare it to like.
I went into it thinking it was going to be fucking awful, right? I thought that this is going to be really bad. Like, the actor, she's not good. She's not good at acting. The story's fine though. Like.
Well, I would say that the story's not fine because I already know that they contradict their own.
No, they don't know. No, they okay.
They do too.
Okay. Now, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a reason for everything. Like, it makes sense. Once you watch it, you're like, oh, okay, so these bits
I'll
that
reserve judgment for when I watch it, I guess.
But these
I don't have high hopes because I don't like.
It made more sense to me after watching it. Okay, after watching it, the whole thing made more sense to me. I'll just say that. Like, it makes sense. Like, I was thinking, going into it, I thought, oh, fuck, this is going to be stupid. It's going to be retarded. And then when you watch it, it's like, oh no, like, even the Terminator bit that got cut, that would make sense. Like, it would. I was like, there's no way that's stupid. And then, but once you watch it and you put it in the context, it's like, oh, that's why they would do that. Okay. Like, everything just fits, and it's like, yeah, okay. Like, as the movie, just, I've never read comics, so I don't care about the lore and shit, but as a movie, there's bits that people took out the context, and made it worse than it should have been, basically.
I'm fine with the movies not completely following the lore of the comics, because it's just, to me, it's like it's you know, the cinematic Marvel universe, okay? So it's
Right.
It's like a separate, and they do that in comics where they have a separate universe, okay?
Oh, they do it all the time. I think they've got multiverses.
Yeah, as long as the core of the characters, you know, was the same. So, like, not everything is the same from comic book to the movie, and I'm perfectly fine about that. What I have a problem with is if in your own universe you contradict yourself, and they do that in Captain Marvel.
Do they?
They do.
Maybe you have
to rewatch the other movies, but they do.
I don't think they do.
They do. I've seen it. I know even though I have not seen the movie, you can't spoil it for me because I literally know everything that happens because I looked into it, because people were saying that it contradicts itself.
Okay, what bit?
So I was like, okay, does it really?
What bit?
And it.
What
I
bit?
Cannot
because I can't remember what bit does.
There was like 4 or 5 different things. I think maybe like around a little, maybe even 3 to 5 different things that kind of contradict the universe. It's been a while. I'd have to look into it again.
Anyway,
and then I think one thing that bothers me is how Nick Fury lost his eye. Like, they reveal that. I think that's stupid. I think the idea is stupid.
What?
How Nick Fury lost his eye.
That wasn't in the movie.
Yeah, that was in Captain Marvel.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
I know.
Maybe it was the after credits, but it's in there.
I have no idea.
They reveal that, and it kind of is a letdown.
I can't remember that. I would remember that, and I can't remember seeing it.
They show how it does. I don't want to spoil it for other people who don't know.
She doesn't
I guess the movie's been out for a while.
She doesn't go back in time though. So what are you talking about?
She doesn't go back and. That is a younger Nick Fury.
There isn't.
Okay, he's got both of his eyes in Captain Marvel.
Oh, wait, because he's a cop. And that's what makes them start the Avengers. Or not the Avengers,
That isn't what made him start the Avengers. That's one of the contradictory things I almost forgot about. They already said what made Nick Fury and the Avengers, okay?
In the movie, okay. In Captain Marvel, he's a cop. In
Captain Marvel, they say that that's the reason, but they already established in their cinematic universe the reason for him starting the Avengers.
No, I'm not
previous movie.
Okay.
That would have, time-wise, would have been before.
Yeah, no. I'm just talking about the movie as a whole. I'm not talking about the whole movie universe thing. I'm just talking about the movie as its own.
But it's part of it. It's part of a universe thing. So if you put contradictory stuff in it that goes against your previous movies.
I know, but I'm just saying, as a movie itself, taken with just itself, it works. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
But it's not by itself. It's part of a giant series.
They've pretty much wiped it out in the end game thing anyway. So who gives a fuck? Because they know
that was hilarious. That was great.
Like, because I watched Endgame, I was like, do you know what? I can find this fucking movie. It's already on DVD. I can just stream the fucker. If it's shit, it's shit. And then I was bored and I was like, just give it a shot.
Oh
see
yeah,
what happens,
I'm not gonna pay to watch Captain Marvel.
But it's not as bad. It's not as bad as people.
I'm not gonna give them any money. I'm not
No,
gonna give
no,
Brie
no.
Larson any money.
No, but it's not as bad as what people say it was. Like, I went into it thinking this is going to be fucking awful. But it's okay.
Most people seem to be meh about it. I saw most
reviews told me about
reviews
it.
I saw because I wanted to know what the contradictory things were because that was super disappointing. And I really wasn't going to go see the movie in theaters anyways.
But the rating the critics gave it, I mean, no, fuck off. It's just meh. It's not even a
most
good...
most people actually said it was meh. Most people either that I saw, like, I did see some people that hated it, but I saw most people say it was meh.
And she can't act, by the way. She's just there, and it's like,
you know what?
It's so awful.
I almost want to watch her Unicorn Store movie on Netflix. Just to see how bad it is, because I saw people saying that was really, really bad.
She's just a cunt. Like, even as, like, her playing Captain Marvel, she just comes across as like a cunt. It's like you're seeing her.
She did a lot in Endgame. She came off like a friggin' stuck-up bitch.
Right? No, that's the whole Captain Marvel movie. Like that. That's what she is.
I would hate that, though.
Right.
I didn't like her. All the worst parts of Endgame had her in it.
Yeah, I know. But that's her.
She was only in it for, like, I think a total of 10 minutes, so
yeah,
it was
so
great.
Weird, right? It's so weird. It's like, this character, you get it, right? But it's like she's not even acting. It's weird. It's like, okay, this character's supposed to be this and that and next thing. But the only thing that comes across is she's a cunt, and it's like you're not supposed to be a cunt. Like the whole context of the thing, you're not supposed to be that.
I used to really dislike Kristen Stewart. Is it Kristen Stewart?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Okay, she played Bella in Twilight, and then she also played Snow White in, like.
I've never seen Twilight. I've never seen Twilight.
Okay. Well, Kristen Stewart, people used to do, a picture of Plankton. Not Plankton. Plank, or I don't know. God, what's that?
No,
from Ed, Edd and Eddie.
Wasn't
they used to have a picture of that unchanging face.
Yeah, no, that used to be Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves used to be told that he was a plank because he's the same in every movie, right? No, but no, she's worse. At least
no. I was saying I used to dislike Kristen Stewart for that.
Right.
And I used to just not really like her being in things, And that Snow White movie, I went ahead and watched it even though she was in it because I thought the movie looked really cool. By the way, it wasn't that great of a movie, but not because of her. It looked cool. it all the effects and everything. It was a very beautifully appealing eyesight movie. It wasn't that great. But it wasn't actually because of her.
Anyway,
that was just the movie. But, like, I still didn't like her in it. But now I feel like watching, even though I only saw like 10 minutes of Captain Marvel, I guess, of Brie Larson, I feel like Kristen Stewart had a much more emotional range, much more emotional range, and plus she doesn't come off as bitchy in any of the movies I've seen her in.
No,
I'm so sorry to Kristen Stewart the whole time that I disliked her and her plank face, and it wasn't a plank face.
No, because Larson's worse.
Because Brie Larson was so much worse, and Kristen Stewart is such a much better actress.
Yeah, and the other point that annoyed me about Endgame, right, is the start. It's like, how the fuck can you be running out of oxygen and then Captain Marvel just turns up and fucking takes you back to Earth? How does she have oxygen tanks? Like, that's just fucking weird. Do you know what I mean? Because he's running out of oxygen. I think it's 2 minutes.
Because she can fly really fast, I just assumed that it was like a faster than the speed of light thing. that she was able to travel
Yeah.
pushing it. That was my assumption, so it really didn't bother me because she can fly super fast. I don't know how fast she can fly.
No, okay, that's
guess.
fine. That's fine, right? You could do that. Because I never noticed it when I was watching it. But when I think back, I was like, how? Like, it doesn't get explained.
I didn't like her being the savior,
It's
though.
weird.
I was like, ugh.
Right, it's just weird. And then it's like, but even if you could go at the speed of light where he was, it wouldn't be 2 minutes. It'd take longer. Even if you were massively faster than light.
I don't know.
I didn't do it.
I didn't pay attention. Well, I guess I just thought that she went really fast.
Yeah, but
and I'm not sure how far away they were.
Oh, but they were in another galaxy, were they not?
I have no idea where they were.
No, it was the Guardians of the Galaxy type thing.
I know, but
somewhere else.
Maybe they were only one galaxy over.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That it'd still take more than even. It doesn't make sense. No matter how fast you would be going, it would still take you more than 2 minutes.
Or hey, wait. She could have, and they didn't show it. But this is a possibility. She could have went to a nearby planet, filled it back up with oxygen, and then flew them back.
Yeah, okay. Right, no, there's lots of things.
To be fair to the movie, they can't show everything. I don't know.
No, but it was just so weird when I think back. I was like, oh yeah, she just picked up the ship and flew it back to Earth. But it wasn't. It was more than 2 minutes. Even in movie time, it was more than 2 minutes before they turned back up to Earth. So, none of it makes sense. It's only when I felt back in it. When I was watching the movie, I was just too busy going, oh, they're going to beat the fuck out of Thanos. It's going to be fun. And the cheers were moving.
Scarlet Witch was beating the heck out of them. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was I think that was one of my favorite parts is when she was just dominating him and he had to destroy his whole army to get her to stop.
Yep. No,
I liked that.
See, she's the person that Captain Marvel should have been. If they wanted to make
they should just not have had Captain Marvel and just had Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, just do a Scarlet Witch movie.
I would have loved that.
Because at least that's got character. Captain Marvel just turns up and he's like, yeah. And it's like, oh.
They were introducing her way too late in the game.
Yep.
And she isn't very likable.
If you want a woman...
Scarlet Witch had struggle.
Yeah.
Even though she's super powerful, she has struggles.
Yep.
Because she couldn't control her power. You can make a character really powerful and still give them struggle.
Who's the other one that I liked that had the same thing? Phoenix. From the X-Men.
X-Men?
She was awesome.
She was awesome.
They should have done... They've got these characters, right? And then they just come up with this fucking Captain Marvel one. It's you want a woman power, just take one of them ones. Take one of the proper ones that are proper characters. Don't just do this fucking... Captain Marvel doesn't even feel like it's
They didn't even do her properly.
Character.
Because if they wanted to do the first Captain Marvel, it was Monica, a black woman.
Right. I have no idea. I never do the comics. I just know the...
But like I said, you don't have to do it exactly the same as the comics. But I feel like if you're going to be we're all for diversity, and then not cast a black woman as Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's all twisted, right? It's all weird. Who would have done it? I mean, who was the actor that done Lightning Lightning in the X-Men movies. She would have been decent. Just cast her as a Captain Marvel. At least she had range.
She's a really good actress. I really liked her.
So just that. Brie Larson was just a bad choice. Just for everything. She's awful. She's not even likable. Like, Captain Marvel is not a likable character. Well, no.
Actually, Captain Marvel is not a. If you looked at the comics, and they keep rebooting her story, right?
I mean the movie one, right? It's just don't like it. She just comes across as a bitch.
They should have. Well, they didn't write her very likable. At least from what I've read and from seeing her in Endgame, they did not write her as a very likable character at all. What I'm saying in the comic books, she also is not very likable.
Well,
they've rebooted her comic a few times, but every time, because they do a feminist thing.
Yeah,
she isn't very likable.
In
fact, she comes off as like bordering on evil.
No, she is though. No, she is. No, if you watch Captain Marvel, they're actually. She is. I don't want to spoil it, but she is brainwashed by these alien motherfuckers that are evil.
Makes sense.
They're basically Nazis.
I'm saying like when she's not brainwashed in the comic books.
No, she's still a bitch.
No. She actually okay. I can't remember exactly what happened, but there was this person that could see the future. Okay, it was a mutant.
Right.
And she got this mutant, and she started dueling out justice before things happened.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
But they found out that could change.
Yeah, so it's like Minority Report, that film, Minority Report.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. But they found out, it's not set in stone, that it could change.
Yep.
And so some of the heroes were like, no, we shouldn't, do this.
Yeah.
Because it's not a set in stone thing, and they haven't, at this moment, actually committed a crime.
Yeah.
Right? And she was not having it. She was still going to do it. And she, at one point was, interrogating somebody, and they were, crying and saying that they were American citizen and asking for, what did I do?
Fuck you. No, you're fucked anyway.
Yeah. No. She was just arresting them without due process or anything without them having a crime.
But that makes sense.
She was, straight up evil.
Yeah. No,
she was becoming this, dictator that was going to duel out justice and
that's what she is in the movie as well.
That got in her way of what she thought was justice.
That's exactly what she's like in the movie as well. It's
okay, well, she's not a hero.
No,
sorry.
No, she's not. She's not. She's the race that she was living with, because she lost her memories and shit. And they're fucking they're fucking Nazis, they're space Nazis, right, basically. And they're fucking doing stuff, and then she realizes that they're fucking dickheads about fucking 3/4 of the way through the movie, and then she joins the Earth type thing. She becomes more human, because she is human, but she becomes more human-y and sort of does it the way we would do it, right? She's sort of coming into that way by the end of the movie, and then you get Endgame, and but she's still a bitch. She's still a bitch.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying that even after she's not brainwashed anymore, she's still kind of evil.
Yeah.
That's an evil. She's not with the Kree at this point.
Right. No, she's half and half. She's still kind of a cunt.
I would say that's beyond cuntish. I would say that's a little evil.
No,
at least in the comic book.
No, I think the movie. Okay, So if that's what she's like in the comic books, then the movie did do an okay job at doing it. But the actor, she's just not. She's not even likable. Like, everything about the whole thing, she's just like, you're like, okay, Captain Marvel, I see the point. I see
All right, okay,
how this is happening.
Fair enough
she
if they're like kind of sticking with that character
They
that
are
she's going to be a
definitely,
bitch and
yes.
she's going to be kind of riding the edge of what
She
is
does.
actually like evil and not evil.
Oh,
okay?
she definitely does that.
That's fine. You can do a character like that. But you probably should not make that character like head of your superhero team.
Right, exactly.
And like the new face of your superhero.
Yeah, no, that's what's so weird about it, right? Because DC, instead of Marvel, we'll go to DC. Who's Captain Marvel in DC? It'd be Superman.
Yeah, but he's all about truth, justice,
exactly.
and
That's
the American
my point.
way, freedom.
He's the one that you would want to be, right? He's like, he's
a super idealized superhero,
character.
But he's definitely a superhero.
Yeah. Oh,
unless he gets red kryptonite.
Right. He's the best of humanity, basically.
Yeah, that's what he represents as the best of humanity. So obviously that's who they have as their like forefront. And then they have somebody that's wishy-washy like Batman.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
So they have like these other characters that can be kind of, you know.
Right, that's why Batman's better than Superman, because he's got the thing. But
Marvel's making it Captain Marvel.
Right.
And she's
awful.
She's
just
towing that
good.
line between evil.
Right, and there's no one to pull her back because she's the most powerful one.
Technically, she's not the most powerful. All right, if you go by comic books, she's not. If they're trying to make her the most powerful, they're just saying it. They haven't showed it yet because she got.
Come on,
and out by Thanos, but Scarlet Witch almost killed Thanos.
I know, but that's just because they seen that Captain Marvel was doing bad. Like in the movie, it didn't sell as well as they thought it would. That's why that's why they didn't have her much in that movie, in the Endgame movie. I guarantee you. They had different ends of that movie.
They saw that audiences were not receiving it very well.
Exactly.
Well, that's because you can't try to force a character in.
That's basically what they did.
That's basically what they did. Instead of what audiences wanted to see was characters they spent years and years with.
Right.
Okay? That's who they wanted to see. And those characters, half of them are dead.
Yeah,
and they kicked out Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it's like you have Captain Marvel now. Congratulations.
That's what's really weird, right? So the Spider-Man movies were all leading up to him to take the mantle from Iron Man, and Sony went in and went, nah, mate. And now they're fucked.
I actually think that this is a good thing because I feel like Spider-Man wasn't heading in a good direction. It was becoming more SJW.
Well, it was because to me.
No, okay.
To replace.
I should correct that. Spider-Man himself, the character, was not becoming more SJW. The characters around him were.
Right.
Like, okay, they had MJ. They had the new MJ. It wasn't Mary Jane, but it was that other person's who initials.
Yeah,
were still
who was
MJ.
that?
Huh?
That black woman.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was horrible.
She's like a mixed race or something.
Well,
I don't know what ethnicity she actually has, but it's not white.
I know what one you're talking about.
I could have been fine with that, but she is insufferable.
Yeah, no, she's unlikable. I was like,
so
who's
unlikable. And she can't like if I had to pick between like Spider-Man's girlfriends or whatever, Gwen Stacy's my favorite. All right, she just is.
My one. It's cemented in the movies. The best Spider-Man's was the the older ones, not the newer.
Oh,
The first
with Tobey
one.
Maguire. I
Yes.
loved those, except for I think it was the third one. I don't
Yeah,
know
the
when he
third
got
one
like
was
emo.
rubbish. Right.
And I was like,
that one.
okay, no.
Yeah. And the kiss was pretty iconic, and she
That
did
is an
look
iconic
quite
kiss.
nice.
No, that is a great Spider-Man movies. Like, I love them to death. And I
Right.
liked the Amazing Spider-Man or whatever that they did 2 movies
After
of,
that,
I think.
I don't know.
They had
I don't know.
a
There's
new
been
person
so
play
many.
him. And they did 2 movies because they had Gwen Stacy and she died, and I actually really liked that movie. Okay, and then
I'm a Tobey Maguire man.
I don't think it's better. I don't think it's better than the first Spider-Man movie. Okay, I just really liked it. I just liked it.
The first
he
Spider-Man.
had more of a Spider-Man. He had a more of a Spider-Man personality with his jokes and stuff.
Yeah,
like they got that down like pretty pat there. And then
what's the first Spider-Man movie? No, there was one in the 70s. There was Spider-Man and there was Superman when I was weird. Cause I remember watching them. So it's not that first Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm just talking.
It's the Tobey Maguire one.
I'm just talking from the Tobey Maguire one.
Yeah.
Then from that one, there was another one. And I liked that one. It had Gwen Stacy in it. She died at the end. Yeah. It was great. Even though you know she's like always the character that's gonna die, I don't know. I liked it. I felt like he had the jokes. They had the jokes and the personality down really good with that Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have this new Spider-Man, and I don't mind him. And I enjoyed the first movie, but that MJ character that I can't remember her name, but her initials are still MJ. She was awful. But she wasn't in it very much, so I could tolerate the movie. And I really liked his friend, the fat friend that he had. I loved his fat friend, okay? And I was like, I want to see more of the fat friend, less of MJ.
Yeah. No,
less of that character, more of the fat friend. And
definitely the one that I like out of all the Spider-Man movies. I think the Tobey Maguire one was one of the best.
It was really good. I would honestly, I'm gonna say that's gonna be what. Even though I like Gwen Stacy a lot, and I liked her more than Mary Jane, as a love interest. I just do. Even in the comics, I just like her more. And I'm always sad, even though I know she's gonna die. I still enjoy the love interest there, and I still enjoy her as a character until that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. I just thought the MJ, my favourite MJ one would be the one that was in the Tobey Maguire one with the red hair and the kiss with the hangs in the thing.
Which is why they didn't name that character, the newer MJ. They didn't name her Mary Jane. They had but her initials are still MJ.
Mm.
And if you want to do that, like for a different like universe, I can be fine with that. It's just that her character is insufferable. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was unlikable. She just came across as one of the bitchy school bitches that would fuck you over all the time.
She does, like, especially like when I solidified that I definitely disliked her as a character is when she wouldn't go up in the monument because it might have been built. Well, actually, she said it was built by slaves, but there's actually no evidence for that.
Yeah.
If you look it up, that monument, because I looked it up, I was curious because, some of our stuff was built by slaves, but I was curious. And the one thing that they don't have any records of saying it was built by slaves, they put that in the movie.
Yeah.
They could have used any other monument and been like, and then have her do that and say, oh, that was built by slaves.
Right.
But the one that they don't have records of slaves building, that's the one she says it on.
Of course
that's misinformation. Why would you do that? Why would you do something that's so wishy-washy?
Because they're retarded.
The historians aren't sure because there's no record saying that it was built by slaves, and other things during that time had records for them being built by slaves, but that doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
Just saying.
It's like,
why that monument? She could have actually used a different monument or something else that was actually built by slaves. They could have done it, but they chose the one that there's no record. Why would you do that?
Anyway, are you going to go off and cook food or whatever it is you do, and I'll end the YouTube and we'll continue on the radio thing, or are you fine?
No, well, I'll have to go and
Right,
cook food.
there you go.
And we could do like more. We didn't even read this. I went off on a rant on Captain Marvel.
I know, but it's fine. Yeah, they had that up, and it was basically Rotten Tomatoes and doing stupid diversity shit. Who cares? It's my thing. So kind of that's the whole point of this show anyway. Was just to you have a thing,
I'll say this,
and you sort of talk about
56% of new reviews on the site identify as female now.
Good,
So,
excellent.
There you go. It's almost half and half male, female.
Definitely value the females' opinions.
Yeah, it seems. I don't know. This seems a little. This seems a little forced. I'm just saying. Forced diversity is not. It's not good. It never is.
It's not equality, is it? Because you forced it.
It's not. It's not equality because you forced it.
Anyway, right. Say goodbye to YouTube and go do your shit, and I'll do the radio show thing.
Yeah.
So goodbye, YouTubes. Go to Aerith Radio. aerithradio.co.uk for the rest of the show, or patrons and stuff as well, because it'll go up on there, and you can get the MP3 podcast, whatever the fuck they call it nowadays. Bye, YouTubes.